Washington's Uniting for Ukraine program aims to streamline how Ukrainian refugees come to the United States.
From the U.S.-Mexico border, Genia Dulot reports for VOA on what the plan means for Ukrainian refugees.
Ukrainian-born American Vitaly Demyanik flew from New York to Tijuana, Mexico a month ago to help Ukrainian refugees arriving at the U.S. border.
Thousands of Ukrainian refugees sitting on the sidewalk. There's a small bus stop, one toilet, no place to charge a phone. Out in the open.
Volunteers helped turn this community sports club into a temporary shelter through which Demyanik says thousands had passed. From there, buses took them to the border, where they were processed by U.S. Border Patrol agents and allowed to enter the United States. Those buses stopped last week when the border was closed to Ukrainian refugees. They were told instead to apply online through the Biden administration's new Uniting for Ukraine program. Mark Rybikov, a volunteer on the U.S. side of the border, says the new program will stop the crowded conditions that is seen since the start of the war.
People get a visa and fly into the United States on a much better basis. They can obtain that visa in Europe. They can obtain it in Mexico City. There's no reason to come to Tijuana and be in a camp.
Polina Frishko hid in a bomb shelter in Kyiv for 12 days with her husband, her son, and their dog. Now they're in Poland trying to apply for Uniting for Ukraine program. She says the biggest challenge is finding a U.S. sponsor to back them.
The program just says that all financial support lies on shoulders over the people who are gonna host you, and this probably terrify them just because it's just 2 years. They are thinking about there is no support in an insurance way, in any kind of way.
At present, the program doesn't include financial support for Americans who agree to help Ukrainian refugees. Immigration attorney Natalia Poluktin says that'll limit its effectiveness.
If we look at the situation with Afghan refugees, which was not a long time ago, it's been heavily criticized for bringing people here without any support, any resource, like anything that we can extend to those people. I anticipate that it will be very similar for the Ukrainian community.
The new program requires background checks for U.S. sponsors and doesn't offer path to citizenship for Ukrainian refugees. After 2 years, they'll have to leave the United States unless they've changed their U.S. immigration status.